Yo, guys, been on fire here, back with a video answer, and be hopping into another college football 25 offense for you. Today we're going to be running the gun tight doubles formation. This formation is going to come to us out of the Charlotte and Maryland offensive playbooks. So we do have a couple. It is in a few other playbooks, but the one that has all the good plays that we like is going to be specifically in those two. So we are going to be in Charlotte for today's video. Again, it is the gun tight doubles. It is a really good formation. I did use it back in like Madden 20, Madden 21. Just a lot of good stuff here. Some of the stuff I like: quick base, Z-spot smash, zig unders, really good. You have a bench. We're not going to go over that. Halfback angle is solid. Mesh spot, of course, is decent. And then I like cross wheels, regular Z-spot, tight flood. A lot of good stuff. We won't necessarily touch on every single thing in this playbook, of course. But the main audibles that we like are zig under, Z-spot smash, and Z-spot. And I would actually probably replace Z-spot with cross wheels. And yeah, you also have a tight flood, the corner out on the other side. Now, having the extra audibles does make this offense a little bit better than maybe it was back in the day. Just being able to, audible in general makes it a little bit easier, of course. But yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below. We are on our way to 23,000 subscribers, just over the halfway mark. So if you guys are new, you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. So zig under is a very interesting play, and the reason I like it is having this default zig, little reverse in zig route from this 18 receiver over here. So if we just call this play stock, you'll see he runs out very far, but he breaks in. It is a very good route. Now, the way that the linebackers will play zone coverage, especially if they're not zone drop activated, is they will drop extremely far back. So even if we just run this play stock, you'll see that they drop so high into coverage that by the time this route comes around, or this player comes around, he's going to be wide open. So if you try and just do a simple route combo, like deep cross A, streak Y, and then even with RB, we could throw him on like a flat. Now, you may want to block him, but even just a basic combo like this, it can help. Now, the spacing is important to bring those guys up, but yeah, there's a few things we can do. Now, we do also have a post. We have regular zig route, and we have a few things that we can work around here. So one of my favorite things is to incorporate motion. You can motion either receiver. I usually will motion over X over here. Now, of course, he is on the zig, so he could go to the zig, or we can throw him on like a little streak out here. You can also put him on a speed out. He does get those outside receiver hot routes. So we'll just put him on like a little streak here. And then we have post, corner route, little in route. And then if you get enough time, boom, we can hit this guy over the top. So we have that as an option. Some other things we can do are motion. You can put him on a streak, and I would probably put him on a streak first and then motion him across so he runs the streak instead of the fade. So we can do this. We can still have our flat. Over here with Y, we could even go like corner route. Boom, hit him right there. So really, you could either hit the corner route or that in breaking zig route again. If you wanted to, we could try and incorporate like a backside post as well. So if we put X on a little backside post, maybe we run a little route combo like this. Backside post, we put A on like a deep crosser here, where you could even go drag corner route, something like this. So it's up to you guys, but this is a good creative way to actually run the offense. Hit that post in the middle of the field, or you can hit the zig route. So some solid stuff there. If you wanted to work this left side of the field, we could go corner out over here. Maybe we just go a little streak down the middle. And then again, you could even go like angle route, just because of the spacing, and that's actually something that's still going to work. So that's overall just a solid play there. Let's talk about the run play. We do like the quick base. There's a halfback draw on this. I like the quick base. I'm a fan of like motion snapping when I'm running the football, so I do like motioning somebody. It just gets the opponent thinking about everything but the run. They see motion, they're like, oh, what's happening? And then boom, they're a little late. Now when you run base, you want to be patient, like let this guy block. Now number 51 is getting bodied on the inside. That's not ideal. You don't want that to happen, of course. But yeah, so a few things. I don't know if B is able to get motion snapped. It looks like he is. Jesus, 51 is getting worked. Maybe base is good. Now we are in a 4-3 defense, which is going to be better run defense than you'll probably see. But, I mean, it's solid. You're not going to be running the ball a whole lot, but usually the base is decent. Anyways, next play we got is Z-spot smash, which is going to have a similar corner route. We're going to focus a little bit more on the corner route with this tight end. Now over here it's a little chaotic. Now usually I think Y is the one that's on the corner route. So if you want to put him on a regular corner route, you could. X is on one of those like deep breaking zig routes. So if you just want to run the play like this, then maybe I even like motioning him out a little bit just to get this corner out even more open. Take a look at X. I would probably just run the play like this. Put Y on the corner route. You could keep Y on the C route, but it takes so long for that route to develop that we like this route. Really good man coverage route. Now again, zone, it's not the greatest thing on planet Earth. If you want to open that up a little bit more, I would maybe go like deep crosser over the middle or something, and then we could even just run our play like this. Little hitch, deep crosser, streak with the tight end, flat route, and boom, one of these two guys will always be open. So that's a good way to kind of open things up spacing wise. Other than that, again, I do like to work this tight end corner route. You could go default hitch if you want, but generally speaking, you could even go like slant and then Y on a corner route. So we could run it like this, and this is probably going to be okay. Spacing works, so the tight end is going to still be open over here, and the slant will still get open. So even though it looks a little bit chaotic just from the play art, it is going to be okay. So just a few ideas if you want to try and work the other side of the football field. Again, we could just run a simple corner out streak, backside slant. Then we still have tight end, we still have the running back. And this spacing should still work over here. So you could easily run it to either side if you want. Anyways, let's hop into the next play, which is going to be the cross wheels. And I mean, I guess we could give you a motion setup for Z-spot smash as well. So if we want to keep X on his route, which is probably what we do, we can, of course, motion Y over, and he's going to go to the exact same spacing as the other guy. So what can we do here? We could streak B. Maybe we throw Y on like a backside post or whatever. You do a few different things here. I could even just go speed out, and then maybe I want to go like angle route over here. So you definitely have a lot of options. Now that spacing is not good at all. Don't go angle route. Go maybe wheel. But, yeah, if you wanted to actually incorporate something, what we could do is wheel, flat, deep cross, streak, zig route. I would probably go post, just to get them a little bit deeper, something like this. And then this wheel route should be open really against every coverage. Mainly cover 3 is going to be the better one. Cover 4, it should be open on as well. So that is a good setup for sure. Let's go to the cross wheels, which is where we have a default wheel route, so we're going to use more of those wheel setups. Now, I like this deep crosser from B a lot. We're going to try and open that up, and my favorite setup is going to be X on a flat, A on a streak, and then we're just going to motion X across. Now, you can't motion snap him, but when you do motion him over, you could throw him on the speed out. And this speed out over here is going to be solid. You can really throw this on every play with good timing, and it's going to be open, especially if they're playing any kind of off coverage, right? So we could take advantage of that. Obviously, this play stock wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if you want to try and like open up this wheel route. There are ways to do it. Spacing wise, like this is going to be a good way with the drag to wheel combo. It is a difficult read. It's something I would probably recommend practicing a little bit, but it is going to be something decent. But let's go back to the first setup that we ran because I want to talk a little bit more in depth. Now, we know that the wheel route is open, but how do we open up this crosser? Now, the best way to open up crossers is with a backside drag, so having Y on the drag here is going to be key to opening up the crosser. The streak will do a good job of clearing it out as well. Wheel, we kind of already know that's open from the last play, right? But B can get open there. Now, obviously, kind of the ideal way to get him open would be to leave something over there and maybe incorporate like a corner route instead of the drag. There's pros and cons to it. I'll show both ways. So that's a little bit of a tougher throw. Like, obviously, if we just go straight up corner out here with the drag and the wheel, which is still fine, then B is going to be a lot more open here in the middle of the field. Just because you have something pulling over those things on the left, and it is a little less right-handed dominant. But I am a big fan of the wheel to drag combo. So having Banks here running to the same side as our wheel route, you'll see Banks will get wide open over here. So we have a window here perfectly to hit him. You'd probably even want to throw it a little bit earlier. Obviously the wheel route is open, but we have the other guy open as well. Now, let's say we just want to run it kind of a straight up combo. What we could do is still motion this guy over. We could still focus on like a flood concept, and we could still have the other things going to the other side. So drag, we still have the deep crosser. Y, you could go corner route, you could go streak. It's really up to you at that point. It just depends on kind of the spacing. Also is going to depend on the defense, of course. But this could be a good combo. And then you kind of hit him more as a crosser, like throwing him probably later. Maybe even on the sidelines, right? So it'd definitely be something that you could do there. So, I mean, overall, that's a lot of good setups, right? My hair's messed up, whatever. It was fine until it, okay. So a lot of good setups there. Let's hop into a few others that we kind of mentioned. So I'm going to like the tight flood. We're going to throw that in here. You have the classic Z-spot, which is very similar to the Z-spot smash and some of the setups that we ran. So we'll kind of leave that one alone. And then we'll just go with the halfback angle here to kind of to end things off. So starting out with the halfback angle, it's interesting. You kind of want to just use the angle route, right? Pretty kind of self-explanatory there. So I'll usually just go with X on a corner route, Y on a streak. You could even block the tight end here. He's in kind of a weird area, right? Maybe backside corner route would be even better. So A on a corner, Y on a streak, X on a corner. Then you still have just a very simple drag angle route concept, which is going to be good. You know, you could flip these very easily as well. I could go A on the drag, B on the corner route, X on the corner route, and Y on the streak. This would be just even better to get like a little bit more spacing between the drag and the angle route. So you could do that. Now, if you get enough time, kind of the place that you want to go to is going to be this corner out over here on the left. So if you can get good pocket presence, you can step up. That's a good throw. I like having those outside receivers on the corner out, and the fact that he's offset makes it even better. Now let's go with a motion setup for this play. How do we incorporate motion? We pretty much just kind of flip things, right? X on the streak. We could even go X on a quick out over here. I could throw Y on the deep corner out. So we could do it. This is one way to run it. And this is going to be good spacing. You see Y is going to be coming across open. Both corner outs, really, you'd have kind of a window to throw it to them. So could do that. The other way to do it would be going with like a backside deep crosser. So if we want to motion him across, we could still go with something like that. And we could still maybe, how would we do this? I may just go like, you could block the tight end, I guess. You have the backside drag, and then over here, a little out route. And then boom, could maybe hit him in the middle of the field there. So you have definitely some options for the halfback angle play. Now, hopping into our last play is going to be the tight flood. This play is going to be really centered around this corner out. It's a very quick breaking corner out, which makes it a little bit better against man coverage. Now, he runs it very flatly. So if it's too short, it could be defended well, but it is going to be better against man coverage than zone, so it's not going to be the greatest zone setup on planet Earth. Now, one thing that I haven't really talked about that you can do in this offense is you can motion this B receiver across, and he does go to this side. Now, this kind of turns it into a bunch tight end or trips tight end look. So for this particular play, it wouldn't be great, but you can definitely hot route around it. Like if we want, right, we can do things like this that are like trips tight end setups. Obviously, we could throw B on like a backside post and X on a drag and just run it something like this. We block our running back. You could even go backside angle route. So you can get really creative with this offense and like literally turn it into a trips tight end look. So it's a lot of fun to do that. We haven't even scratched the surface. If you guys want to see a gameplay on this, we could get very creative, clearly. So you can work it as a tight. Incorporating motion is not something that you want to do every play, but it is something that we can take advantage of, right? So you can even kind of, I mean, just a lot we could do. Focused on deep down the field, hit him in this early window. So you can get very creative. That's going to really do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.